Hello everyone. This is a new question in the real life problem to find the amount of money after the fares lowered by a specific percentage. In this example, we will find the lowered by 15 percentage. And to do this, let us follow this question. So in this question, we have that the matrix M shows the one-way fares for four commuter train routes. So route 1 in row 1, route 2 in route 2, and route 3 in route 3 in row 3, and route 4 in row 4. Suppose the rail service lowered fares by 15%. Which formula shows how to find matrix that would display the new fares? So in this case, we need to concentrate on lowers all fares by 15%. So each one of these fare prices will be lowered by 15%. So in this case, if we figure out that we need to find which option is the right, the A, which is 0.15 m, or B, 0.85 m, or 1.115, or m minus 0.15. So to do this, actually what we have is something like this. So any number we need to follow, like for example 6.25. So in this case we have 6.25, and this 6.25 represents 100%. So we need to multiply that by 15% to find how much we need to take off from the original amount of money. So if we want to find this, we can use the calculator like this. Here is the calculator. So it's 6.25 multiplied by 15, okay, and then divide everything by 100. So the answer is 0.9375. This is exactly the amount of money. So here we are talking about like 0.9375. So here is $0.375. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, here is 5. So 0.9375 is the amount of money you need to take off from the $6.25. Okay, now to find the amount of money the customer or anything need to pay, we need to calculate more by using this, taking the 6.25, then subtract the 0.9375 to find the answer. In this case, we can see that 6.25 represents one of the elements, but we can do the same thing with 7.5. For example, right here, the 7.5, do the calculation, find the answer here, and take 7.5 and subtract the answer that you get to reach up to the final price. In this case, instead of doing this, the question is asking me about the formula. So the 6.25 or the 7.5 or the 3.5 or any element inside this matrix represent exactly the 100, represent the M, because this is the matrix M. And then we can divide this by 100 and multiply this by 15%. Of course, we can cancel the percentage with the percentage, and then we end up with M times 0.15. Okay, but this is the result that we get here, which is how much we need to take off, right? Then we need to get back to the answer by taking the m and subtract the m, which is the original, like what we did here, the original amount of money, minus 0.15 m. So we can write this as 0.15 m. Finally, we reach to, like, we can take m outside and then get up with 1.115. So if we do some kind simple calculation, we can see the 1 minus 0.15 is 0.85. So the answer is m 0.85. We reach to the point that the answer is 0.85 m as a formula. So we don't need all this. So we can now see the answers. So we will choose this answer. Check the answer. This is the right answer. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope to see you in next videos. Let's learn math. Let's make it easy and funny. Keep going and see you later.